Good morning, students. I hope you are all fine and having a good time. In today's English class, we are going to take up a beautiful poem. Now, I hope you have your literature book with you with page number 29 open. And a pencil, please, to write down some meanings. Okay, so we were talking about the poem which we are going to start today. Now, the name of the poem is Wandering Singers, and it is written by Sarojini Naidu. Now, I think the name of the poet, Sarojini Naidu, is a well known name to us. We people know, we've heard it many times before. Now, she being an Indian poet and not only a poet, but freedom fighter also, a patriot also, no? So she was also freedom fighter, and she was called the Nightingale of India because of the beautiful poems she wrote, and she also had a beautiful voice. Her poems, they're based on very simple joys and sorrows of life. They talk about nature, they talk about children, the customs, Indian customs, traditions, Indian ways of life, and so many other topics. So, we are going to start with a poem. This poem written by Sarojini Naidu is the name of the poem is Wandering Singers. Now, when I say the word wandering, you all know, I think, the meaning of the word wandering is moving from one place to another, going here and there. I'm getting envy here. You know why? Now, these days we are literally locked up in our homes, for the sake of our safety. We are told, we are advised by everyone to stay at home and not to go out without any solid reason. But the poem which we are going to take up today, it is going to talk about a group of singers who keep on wandering and wandering and wandering and wandering, and they never stop. No, aren't you jealous? Anyhow, don't worry. Soon we'll also have the same time. We'll also be allowed to go out. So let us hope and pray for good times. Okay, coming back to the poem. Wandering, as I told you, means going here and there or roaming around. And singers, you know what are singers. So here the poem Wandering Singers. In this poem, the poet talks about a group of singers. So let me give you a small summary of this poem. Now, the poem Wandering Singers, it is about a group of singers who wander from place to spread the message of love through their singing. They carry musical instruments called lutes with them, and they follow the direction of the wind. And while moving here and there, while following the direction of the wind, they cross forests, they cross village, towns, streets, and every time they keep on singing. They never stop. And these places which they cross, they start echoing with their songs. Now, for them, the whole world is their home. They, like we people, we tell us our origin. Now we belong to this place. We were born there. Our home is there. No, so we have an address. But for them, they don't have a particular address. The whole world is their home, and all the beings of this world, all the human beings, they are their family. Like we people describe, now I have a family, I have 5 members in my family and all that. So for them, the whole world, all the people living in this world is their family, their relatives. Now, what kind of songs they sing about? They sing about the old bygone eras, the bygone cities which once existed, which once prospered. They talk about their songs, they talk about battles which were fought long time back, the results, who was defeated, who came out winner, and about the kings, the kingdoms, the happy and the sorrowful things of life. So many types of songs they sing. Now, they don't have any dreams or hopes which stop them. So they just follow the wind, and it is the wind which decides their fate, their destiny. So we'll start with the poem first. I'll give a reading to the poem first. So let us enjoy together reading of the poem. All of you will look into your book while I'm reading so that you know how to pronounce these words. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet, through echoing forest and echoing street, with lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are our kindred, the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed, the laughter and beauty of women long dead, the sword of old battles, the crown of the old kings, the happy and simple and sorrowful things. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps, we go. No love bids us tarry, no joy bids us wait. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. So, beautiful poem. So, let us start with the first paragraph again. And the first line says, where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet. Now, the wandering singers, actually, the poet is speaking through the wandering singers. So, who's the speaker here? The wandering singers. And which word tells us that the speaker is the wandering singers? Can you guess? Okay, the word is are. Look at this line. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet. Now, whose wandering feet? Wandering singers, of course. So that means the speaker of this poem is wandering singers. The singers actually, they are telling us about their songs and their life and the kind of life they live. So where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet. So the wandering singers, they are saying that where the voice of the wind, the direction of the wind, the sound of the wind calls us, or wherever we hear the sound of the wind, we start wandering towards that direction. We start moving towards that direction. Through echoing forest and echoing street. So he says, the wandering singers are saying that while we are wandering, we cross through forests, the streets, the cities, the villages, and all these places, they start echoing, they start resounding with the sounds of our singing, with the sounds of our songs. So these places, they start echoing with the songs of the wandering singers. With lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. So they say that whenever we roam around, we have this musical instrument which is called as lutes. Lutes in our hands, we have lutes in our hands, and whenever we roam, we are always singing. Ever singing means we are always singing whenever we go from one place to another. And which is the instrument which they carrying? Lutes. Yes. All men are kindred, the world is our home. So the word kindred means the relatives. So he says all the men, they are our relatives. We don't have a particular family of 4 or 5 members, but the whole mankind, they are our family, the members of the family. The world is our home. So they don't have a small home of two or three rooms like we people have. So they have a very, very big home, that is the whole world. So wherever they go, they think it is their home. It appears like a home to them. So that place welcomes them. So they are never strangers to any place. So wherever they go, they feel like going, they go and they adopt that place as their home. So the whole mankind is their family, and the whole world is their home. So we come to the second paragraph. Our lays are of cities whose luster is shed. Now this paragraph talks about the kind of songs they sing. The word lays means the songs. So they're wandering singers, they are saying our lays, the songs which we sing, they are about the cities whose luster is shed. That means cities who once were very happy, who once were very prosperous and were shining like anything, but now their shine is gone. They are dead. They are forgotten past. They have declined. So we sing about those cities which have once shone, but now they are dead. Their luster, their shine is shed. It's gone. Shed means gone. The laughter and beauty of women long dead. Now, another kind of song which they sing about the laughter, about the beauty. The songs describe the beauty of the women which lived once, which lived a very charming and beautiful life, and they were very beautiful, but now they are no more. They are dead. The sword of old battles, the crown of old kings. Now, their songs, they also talk about the battles which were fought once long time back, and the crown of old kings, the kings which ruled once, their kingdoms. The songs, they talk about kings and they describe the kingdoms which once existed, and the happy and simple and sorrowful things. So they not only talk about the beauty of women and the cities and the battles and the kings, but their songs, they also talk about the happy, the things of the life which give us happiness, and very simple things of life. And they also sing about sorrowful things, the things which bring sorrow to us. So their songs, they sing about sorrowful things also. So the second paragraph talks about the themes of the songs which they sing. Now we come to the last paragraph. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Now we people have hopes in our life, desires, wishes that, okay, I hope to grow up and become a rich man, or I hope to grow up and become a doctor, or I want to gather a lot of money. And they have dreams. No, we have dreams like I want to become a doctor or this or that. So these are the hopes, the desires, the aims of our life. But these wandering singers, they say that we don't have any hopes and any dreams. They don't have any aims actually. And what could be the reason for this? Because they don't have a particular place to live. They are not sticking to a particular place. So usually sometimes, we stick to a particular place because of our dreams, our homes. These days it is very common among students, they leave their homes and they go and live in those cities where good education is provided, just to pursue their hopes and their dreams and their aims. But these wandering singers, they don't have any hopes or any aims. Why? Because they are not sticking to one place. They are not living at one place. They are just roaming around. They don't have any family. They don't have any home. The whole world, as they say, is their home. So that is why they say that we don't have any hopes or any aims or desire in the life. So what hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps, we go. So he says, we don't have any hopes and desires. Why? Because whenever we hear the sound of the wind, the call of the wind, we start moving in that direction. Where the wind calls us, our wandering footsteps, we go to that place. We no love bids us tarry. So no loved people, the people who love us, they don't bid us tarry. Bid us tarry means they don't tell us to stay. The people, of course, they love these wandering singers because they come to know so much from them. they sing about so many things and they get information, and the people start loving them, once they're staying at that place. But they don't tell them to wait, because everyone knows that they never stop. So no love bids us tarry means no loved ones are there with us who will tell us to stay. No joy bids us wait. So there is no happiness which binds us or which holds us back. So, whenever there is happiness in our life, a joy in a life, due to some reason, we stick to that place. We just feel like staying at that place for a long time because of that joy, because that place gives us joy. So whenever you go out for vacations, or whenever you go out for trips, you feel that they should be extended a little more because that place is giving you joy. But here they say that no one who loves us tells us to stay, and there is no joy which can hold us or which can bind us. So bids us wait means tell us to hold or stay back or bind us. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. So our fate, our destiny, they say, it is decided by the voice of the wind. So wherever the wind will call them, they will start moving in that direction, and that is their destiny. So the destiny of the wandering singers is decided by the wind, the voice of the wind, or the direction of the wind. So I hope it was a lovely, yes, it was a lovely poem and a very simple one. And I hope you liked it. So just go through it once or twice, and then you please try out these question answers which are given at the back. They're very easy. And of course, you people know that you get reference to the context. So we'll practice that also. So you try out these question answers, then we'll move forward. Okay, bye for now.